Hi, good morning. This is Dr. Bland. My first name is Velma. It's not Velma. Well, I want to share with you to clear up a lot of the complaints that many of the minority class structures are having in Broward County. That I enrolled into a PhD program after I was recommended by my master's degree programs. I had about 7 different professors I pursued, and out of those 7, 2 responded. And I was recommended because of the GPA, because of the progress, being a learning team leader for all of the platforms of our new enrollees did not have all the information of how to write a bio or anything to do with discussions when they turn up in class. I did everything to help people. That's the type of person I am. I'm the type of person that helps people to find their goals and objectives and to move forward on their own. I'm not going to do your homework. I'm not going to give you what you need because I have what you need. You need to let me help you reach that status that I once had, and I had to grow on my own. So I want you to know that I nearly, over a period of 10 years, accredited to myself $1.5 million by the U.S. Department of Education, and it's the truth. I first earned my Associate Science in Medical Assistant. Then I earned a Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Services in the minor of Management Administration. Then I earned a master's degree in psychology and general psychology, and then a PhD in the judicial system of conflicts analysis resolution. So I want you to know who I am, because everybody that doesn't know me, they're instigators and they are implying upon my goals and my status quo. I am a doctor in 2 fields. One certified psychology with a license, and the other is in conflicts analysis resolution. I invested in myself over $600,000, and no one cares about what I do in this county, but I care. It was a personal development, and I'm glad I did it because I retired around the age of 60. I went ahead and retired because I injured my back. But when I retired, I had around in loans to pay back close to $1 million. It's the truth. And because of the Title IV and the Title VI violations of those schools who taught me, did not want me to desert, did not want me to do anything to give back, because they didn't want me as a person of color, okay, to help other people who comes from my culture. It seems like they wanted these people not to know the gift that they have inside of yourself. The gift is education. The gift is not prostitution. The gift I have is education. I don't need to prostitute. I never did and never will. I grew up with my grandparents, and I didn't have to prostitute like a lot of other people in my family. Well, what I'm saying here is that whichever way you want to make money is your business, but do not come on my doctorship and bother me, because if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. My first year of the nurse program, my GPA dropped from a 3.98, a 2.98 to a 1.98. And it's because I had a guy in my house after my divorce that was in the way. And I had to get him out the way because I wanted to get somewhere in my life. He wasn't paying rent. He was just there, just the love-making part, and he wasn't doing anything that will contribute to the foundation of my home. And I had my credit. My first husband, he was able to get me started because we had irreconcilable differences, and we divorced because I wanted him to be happy. Being from the islands, I wanted him to be happy in America. And he mumbled and he grumbled a lot. I couldn't deal with that. I had a lot of problems with my employment because I wore gold jewelry around my neck, diamond earrings. I did everything everybody else was doing, but they didn't want me to have it, you see? So I want you to know as a PhD that in this country, in America, you must push on your own. Don't ask anybody for anything if you can't acquire it yourself. If you need loans, borrowed or whatever, and you fell short and you have somebody you can count on, make sure you pay them back, because if you borrow from me, I'm going to tell the IRS when I file that I gave charity to you and you didn't pay me back, but I'm just going to say I gave you as a gift, and if I can donate as a gift up to $15,000, I'm going to try to get it back. As a doctor, that is my margin. But that doesn't mean I need to donate $15,000, but that as much as I can do. So what I'm saying to you is Dr. Blann did not have her parents, but they were there, but they weren't able to help me. My grandfather adopted me legally, and AFL-CIO supported me as a baby all the way up until, unfortunately, he lost his life to lightning. I was 15. So I grew up around the Bible studies and the entrance of the doorway of my grandparents' house. My brother was smart as I don't know what. I couldn't compete with him. So I started reading the books from his level because he was one grade ahead of me. And then I started to asking him questions. And he was a musician. He didn't really want to give me the answer. So I come from a place where I have to do on my own and acquire what I needed on my own. There was not anybody to help me. I had to help myself. So I want all of you women here in Broward County that say you don't like me to understand that I brought myself to a millionaire status because what I did is I went to school, I borrowed money from the U.S. Department of Education, and I got my grades from a D into an A and a B only. And I am at this point in time, I'm the person that everyone robbed and took all my furniture out of my house, and they didn't want to see me get married to someone that is of royalty status. And he and I right now have plans ahead holding a NECA agreement. You do not see anyone here in Broward County that's lazy. I am retired and I have invested in my life so that I can have something. I want everyone to know here that my cousin stole my identity and no one cares. The police department knows she's done it and they don't arrest her. And all I want you to know is that don't bother with Dr. Blann, because you are going to pay for everything that you've taken away from me. I don't care if you can't help yourself, because we had to help ourselves where I come from. My grandfather lost his life trying to take care of me, where my mother and father, they were not taking care of me. My mother drank a lot, and my father, unfortunately, coming from the U.S. Air Force, was hooked on heroin. And he got off it, he went to the state hospital. He couldn't help me, he couldn't help my brother and the older brothers. So you see my point? Where I come from was a dysfunctional environment, and there was not anybody to give me a dime. So when I sit down around Publix, when I entered my back walking my dog, it's because I am deserving to sit down, because I've worked at the age of 15 into the age of 52. If I can go and I can earn a PhD coming from a poor background by borrowing money from the U.S. Department of Education, private loan departments, those people who helped me, lectured me, and gave me the chance to become independent and a chance to grow and to catch up with all the people that was ahead of me. They called me the baby doctor because I was the last one to come through. But I'm going to tell you something. It's not easy when you come from a poor background and you go back around the people that's still sitting there taking drugs and they're not doing anything, they don't want to see your face because they know you came through the barriers. There's not anyone is going to give you anything, but they're going to help you to get through the barriers by giving you the reinforcement, the negative reinforcement that you get growing up in your parents' home is only to give you the strength to build it up into a positive when you have reached that goal that they have set out for you. So I want to say right now that Broward County, I am Velma Blann. I am Dr. Velma Blann. My name was also, when I was married to the first husband that passed of cancer, was Velma Wilson, but it was Velma Muriel Wilson. I had to put the M in there because we have a white woman in jail with the same name. We have a woman that was an author with the same name, and everybody want to take and put me into a dark-skinned complexity. I am not dark-skinned. I am not the persons that y'all seeing. So what is it that you want to do is to put me down because I came from the segregation timelines. I was born in 57. And it just wasn't easy for me to come out of the segregation timelines, and they still imply it on me in today's timeline. So I want to end this video, and I'm going to tell you right now, you need to stop worrying about other people and what other people are doing. When someone come and they take my condo because somebody took and stole my identity in my family, and you know that that person across from my condominium, my cousin was going over there and was over there talking and blasting me. They could see in my house because when they came to my house, they laid down cameras. The next thing I know, I'm supposedly to co-sign for somebody that's a crackhead. And next thing I know, we got police knocking all over my door. And I have not any idea what they're knocking on my door for. So all I want to say is that when I'm trying to video, I don't want nobody disturbing me. What I'm trying to tell you now is I'm tired of people don't know who I am. I'm going to let you know who I am. I am a doctor. I'm not a prostitute, and I don't kill people, and I don't have sex with everybody's husbands, number one. I've been a celibate for 15 years, and I'm proud of it. Because no one is going to come and make me stink and smell and call me stink all over Facebook, and that's not me. That's someone used my name. So we're going to end this video. I'm letting the guy over there that everywhere I walk, he got to come over there and clean. So I'm going to let him clean this little area, and then I'm going to end this video because I believe he was sent over there to disturb me. But what we have here today is we have people that need to know that I started out with jobs as a cashier. I started out as jobs washing dishes. I started out with jobs as working in a chicken restaurant. I have worked jobs where I had to go and help seniors who sometimes had to change their diapers. It is not anything that I haven't done that I would say that was of a blue-collar status. But I said one day that I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And when you're sick and tired, you're sick and tired. I have half-sisters that don't even like me. 2 of them died and 2 of them younger than me, my mother daughters. I have half-brothers where I would say they might be full-blooded because we got the same father. It's at least about close to 10 of them because before he met my mother, he met other women first. And they don't even have anything to do with me, okay? So when they don't have anything to do with you and you don't know why they don't have anything to do with you, you just continue to pray and to ask God to send you to a place where there's people just like him, that he will get you into refuge where people will be fair and they will not give you hell when you don't deserve it. So all I say today is that it's best for me to leave America again. I once lived in London, England, and I think I'm going to go back. Wherever so my second husband, that our marriage ceremony is forthcoming, wherever we end up, wherever he wants me to be, I will be there with him. But I got some things that I need to do to get myself away from the poverty locations, because when you're a doctor and you're living in these areas, and they made you homeless because you did something that that they didn't expect you to do because they thought you was black, and you're not black, you are a multi-racial person. What is it that you need me to do is to get out of town and shut up and all this stuff they don't want to hear. But when they put on this crazy woman up on a loudspeaker, who was my cousin, everybody just seems to be laughing and having a good time. So I want to say right now that it's time for you all to know who Dr. Velma Blann-Wilson is. I am a doctor, and I don't need to be talked about 24 hours a day. I don't need to be talked about and put down because I put in the work. 16 years of undergrad and graduate studies, 12 years from K to 12, 3 years certification, and all I get is a bunch of frowns in this town, and I have over $600,000 in credit line that I was supposed to receive when I graduated to open my practice. But somebody decided to go and steal my identity and try to take it from me. So through the INRS and the Department of Treasury, and those people, I gave them all the receipts of my loans, and the loans was discharged because people were trying to make me pay $4,000 every month when they stole my house and bankrupt on the building of the condo and put me out in the streets. And when they put you out in the streets and you don't have a friend to call on, or your cousin and all these people that robbed you is laughing at you, it's time to leave and get out of this country. That's all I can tell you. Because if the police department are letting them do that to you, and you have paid your taxes, and a doctor have risen up from poverty, has not ever been on welfare ever in her life, you don't like me, well then it's time for me to go. Because see, people, the reason we got the U.S. shutdowns and all that, because we need more people, according to me. I'm speaking about what I believe is the problem here. We need people to work, go to work, and stop stealing and stop scamming and using your cell phones and making people don't have money in their bank when they get there. We need to have people doing 9 to 5 and paying taxes every week from their paycheck and before their net salary. So I don't understand what's going on here, why, it's so much problem and people talking about me and this and that, the other, and they puffing up at you and don't like you, and I don't even know you. But all I can say to you is that I'm getting my life together, right back the way I've done it. And here in Fort Lauderdale, I don't need to be poor and have children mentally ill and crazy to get a place to stay. I never had to do that. So that's what they come up to now, is that's what you got to be. You got to be somebody that's almost at the bottom of your toenail to get a place to stay. And then they want you to have 3 months of salary matching up, and since I took a retirement, I'm like $200 short to get some place to stay. So what I'm going to do is after I get my refunds in here from these indemnities that was caused by the people who filed bankruptcy and don't want to give the people their title transfer deed before they filed bankruptcy. What I'm going to do is take everything that I have. I'm not leaving anything behind because it's not yours, okay? So I'm done. I'm going to post this on Instagram and Facebook. I don't care if you don't click on it, but as long as I let you know my integrity, my character is not being a whore and ripping off men and killing men and eating people and throwing them in the garbage can. That is not Dr. Blann's job, okay? All right, so you all have a fantastic day. God bless you in your success stories. Today, I believe, is May 15, 2026. If I got the date wrong, oh well. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.